When I was a child, my brother would tell me a bedtime story about the man who murdered our father. About all the things we would do to that man. He never should have trusted Cersei.
You never should have either.
Death. It's got many faces. I look forward to seeing this one.
How long do we have? Before the sun comes up tomorrow.
Hey, so what's going on everyone, welcome back to another video, and in this video what I want to go over is a video going on to Game of Thrones. Now it will be going on to kind of like a trailer breakdown, so if you want to, spoilers or whatever, just kind of like all of that or whatever for the next episode. So this is going to be a breakdown, so you've already kind of like seen the trailer, whatever, so let's get into it. Now this video or this kind of like trailer, this episode, it looks like it's going to be very much kind of focused on the like preparing for the big battle in episode 3. Now I'm completely fine with this. I think this is going to be like a really good idea. Now for episode 1 or going on to it, which just aired, Jon figuring out he was kind of like Aegon Targaryen, did not expect that. I really just didn't expect that. Now going on to it, it looks like Jaime's going to be kind of like on trial or whatever. He kind of like appears like he's going to be on trial. Now, I do believe he will survive. I believe he will mention, Cersei's not coming to help. Now for Cersei, she didn't really do much. She didn't really appear in this episode for episode 1. Now for episode 2, it looks like she's not going to be appearing. Now when exactly I expect she will appear, episode 4 to episode 6 is when I'm guessing, because, of all of the kind of things that's going to be happening between the Night King, I kind of believe she's going to be showing up in the back half, even though there's only going to be 6 episodes. Another kind of big thing is you get to see Daenerys and kind of Sansa going on about how they shouldn't have went on and trusted Cersei, which makes complete sense. I believe another kind of part of it has Arya like having a bow or shooting a bow and arrow. I don't really know what's going to be going on there. More than likely just, practice. Gendry, I'm not too sure if he shows up. I really just don't know. I believe Daenerys and Jon are also in the crypts. Now, for them being in the crypts, very interesting. I do enjoy it quite a lot. I think that's going to be very interesting. Maybe that would be the place he brings up, how I'm kind of like your nephew in a sense. I believe that's going to be where he's going to bring it up. Even if he does bring it up, you don't know if he is going to bring it up, but I do strongly believe he will bring it up there. Now Jorah kind of like wielding like a sword, or he's kind of, bringing out a sword. I think that's going to be very interesting. I don't believe it's going to be Longclaw. I just kind of think it's going to be a random sword. Now I kind of believe this because why would Jon give it to him, even though back in like season 7 he kind of let him keep it? Like it just really wouldn't make sense what would go on there. Maybe, Jon could not bring it somewhere and maybe he could pick it up and look at it, or maybe, he's just letting him have it, which as I said, I don't really think is going to be very likely. Now Daenerys going on, mentioning to Jaime what she would kind of talk about with her brothers, going on to, like Jaime or whatever, I think that's going to be very interesting. I think that's going to be, as I said, very interesting. I don't believe they're going to happen. I do believe Jaime will probably die off. Now, I don't want it. I don't think it will happen for another maybe few episodes, but around episode 3 is when, people are going to kind of start dying off. Now, maybe episode 2 we could see some minor-ish kind of characters die off. Now, a minor character could be Tormund, could be Beric Dondarrion. I kind of believe they could be the most kind of likely to die off in episode 2. Now, Beric Dondarrion, because, he is technically out of lives in a sense, because he's not going to be able to be brought back, so he's just more likely going to die. If he dies one more time, he's done. Now for these kind of like promos or trailers for the episodes, they're not going to be revealing much, like, obviously in this one didn't reveal much. Now I believe it was like 35 seconds, maybe 40 seconds, which is going to be kind of long, but it still doesn't reveal much because like it shows like maybe 1 second of everything or even under 1 second. So we're not going to be getting much revealed, in trailers or whatever. Next week it's going to be airing at the same time, I believe. I believe also this was like the shortest episode, episode 1 anyway. So episode 2 is going to be longer than episode like 3, I believe, is going to be the longest episode. I know it's going to be the biggest kind of fight scene in TV history. For movie history, I think it is, but I'm not too sure either. But that has been kind of like pretty much everything I kind of wanted to go over. So if you want to, and you're new around here and you want to see new like Game of Thrones videos, pretty much like every day or whatever, every few days, you can subscribe, leave a like and comment down below, and goodbye.